Welcome to HDTV. You're now rocking with your boy RNS. Let's go.
Fighters in the world. He got 41 knockouts. Tyson knocked out the best fighters in the world. Tyson knocked out all the town travelers.
Oh shit! Now you tripping. I was alive back then, so I don't know. I was alive back then, so I don't know.
Okay,
I was alive back then. I was alive back then, so I can't agree with that. I can't agree with what you're saying about Tyson, bro. He knocked out bums. Everybody knocked out bums, but the career of that was not his whole career of bums. The whole career of Deontay Wilder has been all bums. Until he ran into Fury, and what happened? He doesn't know how to box.
Okay,
he didn't know how to box. That's what happened.
Tyson ran into a dead end.
So what?
And who was
that fight was he got robbed when he ran into Buster Douglas. That fight was over. Hold on. The fight, yes it was. The fight was over. He had a 13 count, 14 count Buster Douglas did when he got knocked out. The fight should have been over, okay? Period.
Listen, man. Facts. Big facts.
I was born then. I watched the fight. I was born then. I remember what happened. I remember what happened, bro.
Okay.
Don't do that.
Okay, explain this.
Don't do that. Sorry.
Hold on. Explain this. You said he got robbed. Think about that fight now. Buster Douglas whooping Tyson from start to finish.
If you go back to Tyson, bro, that is a lie. Hold on. Stop, bro. You're throwing out a narrative that is not true. Bro, hey, bro, I love the debate. I love debates, bro. I love debates. When we start throwing out stuff that's not true, that's when you have to cap on the debate, bro. That's not true at all, bro. That's not true.
Listen, hold on. Listen, if you go back and look at the scorecards of that fight, Buster Douglas was winning until Tyson got to the
I'm not going up for scorecards. No, you can't, bro. What do you mean? Judges always rob people in fight. Okay, if that's the case, okay, hold on, no, sir. If that's the case, then Timothy Bradley beat Pacquiao. How about that?
No.
Because the scorecard said so.
No,
you said we go off scorecards. So the scorecards on the Manny Pacquiao Timothy Bradley fight says that Timothy Bradley beat Pacquiao. So is that what happened?
How do you win the fight? You got to go off scorecards.
Oh, bro, I actually, bro, is that what happened? You watched the fight with Timothy Bradley and Pacquiao.
I watched.
You watched the fight with Horn. You watched the fight with Horn and Pacquiao. Did Horn beat Pacquiao?
Oh my gosh. Horn did not win that fight.
A majority of that fight, Buster Douglas was getting off. Bro.
Buster Douglas was winning that fight.
He wasn't getting off. This man just said he was whooping Tyson's ass. They was going back and forth.
He was.
They was going back and forth. It was not an ass whooping.
I'm not gonna say that. I'll say he was definitely getting off, and
he was in the fight. It was a great fight, bro. It was a great fight until he got knocked out. When Buster Douglas got knocked out, it should have been a knockout. After that, Buster Douglas got up. Tyson was already gassed, bro. Because Tyson didn't even train for the fight. He didn't even take Buster Douglas serious. Nobody did. Nobody even looked at Buster Douglas as nobody. Tyson said the night before he was partying. He was partying the night before the fight.
Listen, you know why he didn't take Buster Douglas serious? A lot of people didn't know this.
Because he was set up for either Lennox Lewis or he was set up for Evander Holyfield next. That's what he was focused on next.
Bro, if you listen, you can look this up.
Go ahead.
The reason why he didn't take Buster Douglas serious
was fight Floyd Jones.
But listen, bro, Buster Douglas was a fill-in. He wasn't even the scheduled fight. Buster Douglas came in as a fill-in. He didn't even know he was fighting Buster Douglas.
I know that. That's what I'm talking about. I know that. He had to fight against a whole different person. That was supposed to be a tune-up fight for him to fight Holyfield next.
You know what Buster Douglas was? Buster Douglas was a pig gone wrong. That's what it was.
It was a tune-up fight. He didn't train for the fight. Bro, listen to what I'm saying, please. I heard everything you said.
Like in one day or something like that.
Who? Yes, bro.
Yeah, Buster Douglas.
Bro, do you know what happened with Mike Tyson?
In a week.
A week prior. So both of them was having issues going in the ring. But Buster Douglas was fighting for something. Mike Tyson wasn't fighting for nothing. He didn't even care about Buster. This was Buster Douglas' whole thing. Mike Tyson went into this as a warm-up fight for a Holyfield or Lennox Lewis fight that was coming up next, bro. He didn't take it serious.
You damn right.
He didn't take it serious, bro.
Buster Douglas, when his mama had done died, he had nothing losing everything to fucking get.
Exactly. And that's a dangerous fighter. Mike Tyson didn't know that. Nobody knew that. The ringside announcers didn't even know that Buster Douglas was a dangerous fighter because his record didn't show that. He had a bum record. Mike Tyson lost the last two fights before this.
Mike Tyson was a joke, man. You can't take it away.
No, that's a lie. That's a lie. Mike Tyson was one of the greatest heavyweights ever, dog. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Deontay Wilder fought against nothing but bums. Who did he fight against that was great? He got his ass whooped by what's your boy name?
Your boy saying the opposite. Your boy saying that Wilder fought all competition.
No, he didn't. Dude, he barely won in all his fights. He only won at the end when he threw that God right hand. Other than that, his hooks suck. He can't jab. He can't cut off the ring. Dude, the dude is garbage, dog. Deontay Wilder's overrated. He's like the worst heavyweight boxer I've ever seen box, ever. Ever. He would lose back in the day, and he definitely gonna lose this fight against Fury. Whenever they fight, he gonna lose this fight. But I'll give you, he'll beat Joshua. Anybody could beat Joshua. Joshua's soft. If Joshua don't have a big ring where he can run around the ring, he gonna lose.
Joshua ain't got no chin.
Yeah.
If you look at the situation, like I said, I'm gonna back up my facts. I'm going back to Mike Tyson and I get to Wilder. If you look at the situation with Mike Tyson, when it came to Mike Tyson fighting the household names, he lost, bro. I'm telling you, the big names he lost.
Bro,
He lost later in his career, but early in his career, this dude was on a win streak of knockouts, dude.
He was only fighting for.
What is you talking about? Dude, he was cleaning up. He beat didn't he beat Liston? He beat Liston. He beat.
Mike Tyson
Hold on.
always got a hold of him. He was always got a
Oh,
hold of him.
stop. You just hating on Mike. Hold on, let me call
He
you.
only fought the last part of Tyson's career.
Because you tripping.
Because he
Really tripping.
Look. I'm gonna tell you. Mike Tyson's last part of his career, the only reason why he fought was for the IRS. He had bills to pay, bro. He had so much back taxes because shady ass only in America robbed him for all their money. Okay, robbed him for all his money, bro. And his wife and her mama, Robin Gibbons, took the other part. Okay, they robbed him for his money. He owed so much money in back taxes that he had to keep fighting for like another 5 years to even pay that money back, bro. He didn't want to fight anymore. He didn't want to box. He didn't want to box.
What hurt Tyson when Club died, man.
His trainer died. His trainer died.
I'm looking at the people Deontay Wilder fought. He ain't fight nobody.
The same
We
with
know
Tyson.
that, but this guy thinks he did.
No, listen.
Who did he fight? He didn't fight nobody.
He said Luis Ortiz.
No, he didn't. Dude, Deontay Wilder could not do it. If him and Mike Tyson would have met in the ring, Tyson beat this guy in 2 rounds. This guy cannot box, dog. Deontay Wilder was getting picked off everywhere he was going at on Fury the other time they played. They fought.
I don't think so because if you get Tyson past the first and second round, he get frustrated.
Dude, he not gonna get past the dude. Deontay Wilder can't box. He can't box, dog. Like, dude, have you seen his footwork? Have you seen his jab? He don't have a jab. How you don't have a jab and you in the heavyweight? He got that one thing. That's that right arm. That's it. That's all he got. If you take that away, he trash. He's trash if you take that right hand away.
If you have a jab and you're 6'3" to 6'5", you can win.
Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share this, hit the notification bell to select all to receive content.
That's bad, bro. That's bad, bro. It is that bad.
No, man. No, man.
It is that bad, bro.
If you like what you hear, cash out me at the welcome #2 HDIITV.
That's it. He has no boxing, dog. Dude, this dude is not a great. He's a terrible boxer. I don't know how he made it this far. I don't know how he made it this far.
Hey, remember when he almost got knocked out by little ass small Brewster? Remember when Brewster almost knocked him out? Yeah, that was crazy, bro. I was like, this dude was trash. I mean, he almost got knocked out by little Brewster. Brewster. Remember that short dude? Remember that short dude, Jamal Brewster? That he fought twice? In the first fight, Jamal Brewster almost knocked him out? Who? Remember that fight? No? Yes. Wilder fought Jamal Brewster. Well, he fought him twice, okay? It's a little ass dude that was like 5'10", okay? And the first fight, everybody thought it was gonna be a wash because dude is 5'10", Wilder's what, 6'8", 16 feet, 7 inches, whatever he is. So everybody thought it was gonna be a wash. And then Jamal Brewster caught him on the chin, and he almost knocked him out. And that's when everybody started knowing the flaws in his game.
You can't sit here and man. If you're gonna down Wilder, you got to down Tyson.
No, hell no, I'm not doubting Tyson. Tyson had one of the greatest starts to a career ever. Deontay Wilder ain't fight nobody. And he barely won his fights, dude. Deontay Wilder looked terrible. Look. I tried to like Deontay Wilder. I really tried to like him. This guy's boxing is terrible. It's like, dude, I've never seen anybody who don't jab, and then he don't have a defense. How you don't have a defense and you in the heavyweight division?
Hold on. This will kill this. Give me 2 household names Mike Tyson beat.
2 household names he beat. Yeah, right. Yeah, and Holmes. Yep. And Sheldon. Yep.
Bruce Sheldon was a big time fighter. Bruce Sheldon was a big time fighter back then.
Was a bomb. Stop it.
No, he wasn't. So now let's look. Yeah, he got Larry Holmes. Yeah. At the time, he beat
Let me tell you one more thing. Back in those times, right? Back in those days. Hold on. Back in those days, you couldn't run from a fight. So there was no ducking fighters back then. So whoever was the best fighter next, you had to fight.
Mike Tyson didn't duck no Holyfield. Dude, he was going to jail. They were finna fight. He went to jail. If he didn't go to jail, they were finna fight that time. He wasn't dodging no Holyfield. Holyfield was on the juice anyway. So, what are you talking about?
Before he fought Buster Douglas, Holyfield supposed to be in that fight.
And he went to jail. What is you talking about?
No. I know what he's talking about. He's talking about before the Buster Douglas fight. Holyfield and Mike Tyson were supposed to fight.
Yeah, they couldn't get the money. It was something about the money. They couldn't get the money right.
If you go back to the promoters, who the 2 promoters were, the promoters got in the way.
Right. That wasn't Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson wanted to fight him. He even said it. It's the same thing with Crawford and Errol Spence. It's the same thing with Errol Spence and Crawford. The damn people in the way of that shit.
It's promoters, bro.
You say the promoters. How is it the promoters
Yeah.
when Don King was
They already been for him, but they don't
No, he
want
was
Errol
not.
to
Al
fight.
Haymon was promoting.
No, Don King was not promoting Holyfield.
Right. Dog, this dude here don't know what he's talking about,
Al
C-Man.
Haymon. Remember, again, no, I'm sorry, Al Haymon. Bob Arum from Top Rank was the one that was behind Holyfield's back.
Man, you better look that up.
Situation,
You better look that up.
Okay. I might look that up again. You might be right.
Look that up.
I might have to look that up.
Don King will promote both of them.
Dude, nobody was dodging. Dude, I saw the thing in front. Like, he was not dodging no damn Holyfield.
Man, you don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know what you talking about. The fuck you talking about? You haven't been making no sense the whole time. If you pick Deontay Wilder over Tyson, nigga, you don't know shit about boxing. The fuck you talking about? I pick Wilder. If you gonna say about Tyson, you gotta say, bitch, Wilder trash, bro. Tyson way better than this motherfucker boxing, throwing hands, and strength. The fuck you talking about? I watched Tyson coming up, and I watched Wilder coming up. Wilder is trash, bro. Wilder won last back in the day in heavyweight. He will lose. Fuck you talking about, dog? Talking about nobody know what they talking about. Bitch, you don't know what you talking about. The fuck you talking about, bro? Come on, listen to that fuck shit. What?
Hold on, AJ. Well, then you should know better, bro. Bro, then you should know better than that, bro. You should know better than that, bro. You was old enough to watch Tyson. You was old enough to watch Tyson, bro.
Right, so what the fuck you talking about? You gonna pick Wilder. You sound like these dumbass niggas today saying LeBron better than Jordan, and bitch, you 38 or 40. You know LeBron ain't better than no Jordan. You sound like one of them niggas.
I never said Wilder was better than Tyson.
Then what the fuck are we talking about then? You just said if you down Wilder, you gotta down Tyson. They're not on the same level.
At all.
They got the same resume.
No, they don't.
My mind ain't playing tricks on me, bro. You said earlier That Tyson was better. I mean, that Wilder was better than
Right,
Tyson.
he just said that shit.
I remember you said that, bro. I'm not tripping, bro. Like I don't smoke dope, so I know my mind ain't playing tricks on me. I know I heard that earlier.
They got.
Did anybody else hear that?
No, they don't.
I heard that.
He don't have the same resume at all.
Wow, that's the same resume. I don't. That's.
Tyson is that.
I mean,
And I like Deontay Wilder, but he doesn't have his boxing is nowhere near the comparison of Mike.
No, I mean, his boxing. Listen, man, I never said they boxing. Mike Tyson got a better boxing act.
Nah, he copping, please.
Have you ever seen Mike Tyson warm up?
I never said.
Mike Tyson
Probably not Deontay right now.
Just warming up. Dude, just warming up right now. Tyson could probably knock out you guys. Like, bro, this dude is an animal, bro. He's an animal of a different kind. If he would have kept his trainer and he could have kept his head on right, that dude would have been a great
Now, Wilder would have learned how to work on his hand, his motions, and worked on his footwork and his jabs and stuff, Wilder would have been incredible. But his problem is he relies too much on athleticism. He don't worry about his boxing. Right. He relies on that knockout. He relies on the knockout punch too much, and that's his problem. Because if he look for the right, he looked for that right hand.
Hopefully, he can change that in this Tyson Fury fight.
No, he getting another ass whipping.
I don't know, dog. Tyson Fury just a bad matchup. Dog, Tyson Fury. Okay, but
he's been in the gym with a good boxing coach. He's been in the gym with a good boxing coach.
Listen, man, Tyson Fury is a pure boxer, man.
Right, pure boxer.
That Deontay's gonna win this. I just have this.
Pure boxer.
What's gonna happen?
Pure boxer.
Listen, what's gonna happen? He's gonna come out with that shit when Malik Scott taught him, but
Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share this, hit the notification bell to select all to receive upcoming notifications.
I think that's a habit he can't break. I think that's a habit
If you like what you hear, cash out me at the word welcome, number 2, and HDI TV.
Look, I'm with what dude said, man. What's your name, bro?
Road Boy.
Okay, Road Boy. I'm with Road Boy, bro, on this one. Like, he gonna do what his trainer does. He gonna do as he say, like, early, and then he gonna go back to that same Deontay. Like, he gonna rely on athleticism. Fury already know what they expect from him. They don't fall. In the first fight, Fury was giving them the business. It's just that Fury, dumbass, didn't know the right hand was that powerful. That was his fault. He ran right into that punch. So, right, that's what I'm saying. So Fury has beat him in both fights, really. So that's what I'm saying. It's just a bad matchup, dog. He don't need to box him, dog. Wilder should have had a couple more. He should have had a couple tune-up fights. He hasn't even had no tune-up fights. So he going in there cold, dog, and I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
Yeah, because Fury made sense, man. Like he said, man. He said, how can Malik Scott teach you anything? And I beat his ass in sparring. I bust his eardrum.
Right.
If he lose, I don't hear nothing about no run. Well, he had the run. I don't hear it, bro.
If you watch YouTube, the only ones you're going to hear from is them LDBC dudes.
What? You don't like ticketing them? You don't like ticketing them?
No, man, they all right, man, but they just ride Deontay Wilder a little too much.
Yeah.
I don't know. I never heard him talk about no other sport but basketball. So.
No, they talk. He got a boxing channel. I be hearing it like he was talking about that Tyson cheated the last fight, had an egg weight in it, and I was like this, like I fucks with Ticket, but me, I was like Ticket, dog. You a real dude, but Deontay got his ass whooped. You know what I'm saying? I need to stop. I mean, he got his ass whooped. I mean, he just got beat. It's not. I had
no excuses for this nigga. I was like, bro, I can't shoot this nigga, man.
Yeah, I can't shoot him no gun. No, you know.
He thought he was gonna win the fight anyway with one hand.
Right.
I don't get how anybody thought he was gonna win the fight anyway with one hand.
Right.
He actually believed his
dog, and I lost a lot of money. I lost a lot of money that night, dog. I was trying to call. I'll try to see if I can hit Cino up. I was gonna try to hit Cino up like Cino, man. You could tell Floyd to come back and box. I need to get some money back, dog. I don't trust this motherfucker no more. Shit. I lost all my money that night. Me and dude,
like how it was with the next.
Yeah, LB, I wasn't even smoking at the time. I told dude, hey, you got another cig? Let me get that, dog. Shit. I'm outside killing that bitch, dog. Like, fuck. This motherfucking trash.
When the test got eliminated, that's how I felt.
Yeah, that's how, dog. That shit hurt, dog. Dog, then he gonna come out talking about, man, the suit and shit. Dog, every black person I know hit me up and said, man, fuck that nigga and that suit. You lost. This motherfucker licked your head. He licked your head. And you ain't do shit. The black in you didn't wake up. The black.
For real.
That shit was creepy.
For real. I mean,
that shit was crazy, bro. That shit made me irritated.
Yeah, but
for real, bro.
This is his last ride, though. If he loses this one, he's done.
Man, I just don't believe he gonna win. I don't believe he gonna win, man. This is just a bad matchup for him.
But you guys again are saying this like this matchup is gonna happen. It's postponed. It's not gonna happen.
Well, it's postponed right now, but you know they're gonna happen because they went to court for it and everything.
But I don't know though, bro, because I can see what he's saying because if you look at the history of Fury never defended the title. I mean, he rather.
Hold on, wait a minute.
That is true.
Ain't the fight in October? The fight got pushed back to October, didn't it?
Yeah, but it ain't stamped yet though.
It ain't stamped. So Joshua can make a claim and come in and say something.
I think that nigga running away, dog. That's exactly what that was my first thought. You running from Deontay.
No, Joshua can't do nothing right now. Joshua got a mandatory. He got to fulfill.
Right.
Oh yeah. That's true. But if you're Fury, and you know that you already beat this dude twice, why would you run away from him?
No, I'm gonna tell you.
I don't get
about that Corona. Corona ain't stopping none of this other bullshit.
I'm gonna be straight up with y'all, man. Fury got a little doubt coming into his rematch.
Exactly. I don't think he had doubt. I don't think he had doubt. He just wasn't in shape.
Yeah. I just think he wasn't in shape. Yeah.
He tried to he was partying like a bro. This dude made so much millions of dollars. He was partying like a
C-Pen, what you think?
Remember that nigga was out on his ass.
C-Pen, what you think?
So what I think?
What you think about it? You think Fury running scared, or do you think he was out of shape? Which one you think?
I think he was a little scared, man.
I don't know, Fury was kicking. Why would he be scared of a nigga you already beat twice?
Yeah.
That don't make no sense.
That's what I'm saying.
Bro, HD, how does that make sense, bro?
It don't. I'm with you. You beat my ass twice, and then all of a sudden I'm coming at you. I'm not coming scared. I just think he was kicking it. He was kicking it too much. He got overweight, and he wasn't taking it serious. Deontay Wilder was losing that whole fight until Fury got knocked down in the late round. And that's just playing fucking around.
Listen. I'm gonna be straight up with you though. That first fight, I mean, it was a lot of bullshit because if that was a black fight to get knocked down like that, they stopped it immediately. I mean, you got to give a spade. You got to give a spade. Listen, when he hit that first fight,
I've seen all kind of fights where motherfuckers get knocked down like that. What are you talking about, bro?
If you let me explain,
on a regular basis.
If you let me explain, that first fight when Fury got knocked on his ass, he went back, his eyes closed like that. They would have stopped that fight, man.
Huh?
When did his eyes roll back? I just thought he just.
I just watched the match last week. Bro, I just watched a match last weekend where these two Mexicans was knocking each other down so many damn times it wasn't even fucking funny. Both of them got up and neither one was about to stop the fight.
You keep saying knock down. I'm talking about knock on your fucking back. Like Fury got knocked. That was
That's a knockdown. That's a knockdown.
Man,
they didn't knock him out. He was awake.
Man, they gave Fury time to recover, bro. Come on, let's be
real. Oh, bro. He all bounced right back up, bro. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm trying to remember, and I don't remember that part.
Well, go back and look at it. I guarantee you.
Okay, I might have to do that.
I guarantee you, if that was Mayweather or anybody else, they would have stopped the fight.
What?
No, I don't think they would stop the fight.
I don't know where you're going with that one, bro. I don't know where you're going.
I'm telling you where I'm going. That first fight in that 10 round.
Floyd would have touched him, man. If they would have called that fight against Castillo, right? Then yes, Floyd would have a loss.
That nigga grabbed him. What are you talking about?
No, I'm talking about when Floyd grabbed. I'm talking about the Castillo fight back in the day. I'm talking about it's an older match. Yeah, older match. Older match with Floyd. Yeah. This is when Floyd was first coming up, and they started trying to make that narrative that Floyd was the best.
Who you talking about, Ortiz?
And he ran into
I thought you were talking about Ortiz when he fucking grabbed him.
I'm talking about real boxing. I'm talking about real boxing. Not no damn Ortiz. That nigga was sad.
He said that nigga was sad.
He was like, what are you doing?
That nigga was trash. That nigga was trash. Him and Birdo. Them niggas was trash.
He said him and Birdo.
I'm talking about back in the day when Floyd Mayweather had to fight the best of the best fighters in his division. You know what I'm saying?
I don't remember what that did. Was that like?
It was Castillo. It was Castillo. 2004. It was Castillo.
Yeah. That was like right before the Zab Judah fight. That was like right before that.
Yeah. And Zab Judah was actually winning that goddamn fight. The first half of that fight against Mayweather before he wore his ass out. You know what I'm saying? Before he got worn out, he was tired. That fight hurt me, man. Zab Judah was killing that boy for 5 rounds, and he got tired.
Yeah.
Started gassing out. I'm like, this is Zab Judah. Every time was Zab Judah.
That's what happened. And Floyd started mixing his ass up.
Every time was Zab Judah. I used to hate when he fought. Because you know he about to whoop somebody's ass with them hands, and all of a sudden, 5th, 6th round, he tired, gassed out, like he smoked 6 blunts.
That man was not going to beat Floyd.
No.
Who was Zab Judah?
No.
Hell no.
Zab was
I remember that the whole New York was behind Zab, bro.
Bro, Zab was digging him out, bro.
I remember that fight.
Zab was digging behind Zab.
Zab was digging him out for 5 rounds.
But I'm like, hey, it's Zab, nigga. Let's go.
Floyd was in his ass as well.
No. The first 5 rounds, Floyd was not digging nothing out, bro. Floyd was getting dug out for 5 rounds straight. Literally. That's the dude from New York.
Yeah, he was like, he tired out, though. I was
tired out. That was it.
I was like, okay, whatever.
They tried to say that was the first time Floyd got knocked out in that fight. They ain't called it.
Yeah, I mean, that was true. I mean, it's not like it wasn't a true statement. There's a lot of things for Floyd Mayweather they didn't call because they needed a narrative.
I mean, anytime
they
that glove anytime your glove touch the camera, that's a knock.
They've been trying to screw Floyd since.
Bro, they still be trying to say that Floyd Mayweather beat Pacquiao, bro. Come on, anybody that watched the fight can see that Floyd Mayweather was hugging and running the whole fight.
No, he was tagging the hell out of Pacquiao. He was tagging.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I didn't like the narrative when it came to Pacquiao.
He was tagging him like Pacquiao got off on him a few rounds, and then Mayweather just took the fight over. Like it was ridiculous,
bro, how did he take a fight over
and
running, bro?
I mean, he wasn't running. He was jabbing him.
We obviously watched a different fight. I'm gonna stop right there, bro. I'm gonna stop right there. Y'all can go on YouTube and watch it yourself. Go on YouTube and watch it yourself. Go on YouTube, bro. I'm not gonna debate this, bro. Go on YouTube and watch it yourself, bro. Period. Go on YouTube and watch it yourself.
How was he running? And that was the first fight in history. Floyd started off in the first round aggressive.
What?
The first round of that fight.
This is when everybody wanted Floyd to go blow for blow. Like nigga, like no boxers doing nothing goofy like that.
Man, all right. Well, period, bro. Y'all watch the fight that y'all. If you, I watched the fight. Don't watch the fight again. Okay, cool. I watched it too, and he lost that fight.
Floyd outclassed that bomb.
That's a false statement, and YouTube video can show it.
That nigga was juicing and all types of fucking bullshit.
Man, Floyd outclassed that bomb.
Oh man, all right, man. I'm done, bro. Now y'all just talking stuff.
Listen, do you know?
Because y'all just talking Mayweather talk.
Hey, bro.
Now y'all talking Mayweather talk, bro. Y'all ain't talking about real statements. Y'all talking about real statements, bro.
Did you know they posted
Bro, Mayweather been juicing his whole career and fixing fights his whole career, bro. And now y'all gonna say
Boy's been juicing.
Oh, bro, stop it, bro. It's in history, bro. It's only history of it. Bro, HD, if you know the truth, bro, please just say it, because I'm done with that combo. We can move on to basketball or something. I'm not gonna.
But Floyd wasn't juicing though.
Go check it yourself.
He the one who suggested the drug. He said he suggested the drug thing.
Bro, he was the only one that was. He was the only one that wasn't getting tested by the same testers.
Listen, man. Him and Pacquiao supposed to fought 10 years ago. He told Pacquiao, said, "Look here, man. I give you the fight if you agree to take Olympic drug test." Pacquiao turned it down. Said he was afraid of needles.
Twice he turned it down.
That wasn't the reason. That was a lie, bro. That's not the reason why he didn't take the fight. That's a fucking lie, bro.
That was the main reason.
Nigga, lie, bro. Bro, I'm sorry, bro. I'm gonna let y'all run. Stop telling me to listen, my nigga. I'm not listening to narratives that I know, bro. Stop telling me to listen. My nigga, I'm gonna tell you again, bro. Bro, now tell me what's going on. I'm trying to tell you, I'm not gonna listen to a narrative that I know, bro. If you say I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. I say you're wrong, then you're wrong. I agree. We agree to disagree. Move on.
It's facts. You can look it up.
My nigga, your facts are your facts. Mine are mine, right?
No, it's not my facts. It's true.
Bro,
the man said he was not going to take the test because he was afraid of needles. How the fuck
that is not why the whole fight
got tattooed?
No, okay. If I'm trying, I just said that is not the whole reason. I just said that is not the reason why he did not take the fight, and that is not the whole reason why he did not take the fight. That is not, bro. It's not, bro. Bro, it's not, bro.
It's money. He wanted the money, right?
Thank you. That's the way. It was the money. It wasn't no fucking needle. It was the fact that Floyd Mayweather wanted him to take all these extra tests and every other day to take tests. And Floyd Mayweather wasn't going to do it, but he wanted Pacquiao to do it. So Floyd Mayweather said, Pacquiao said, no, I'm not going to do that. Bro, you just told me to let you talk, bro. I let you talk and get your narrative off, my nigga. You're not going to interrupt me, blood, and keep talking over me and telling me something, blood, when I just told you earlier we can agree to disagree. Now, if you don't want to agree to disagree, then don't, my nigga. If you want to keep over talking to me, you're going to be talking to yourself, blood, period.
But hold on, Ro, I forgot your name, Ro. What you were saying and everything.
What I was trying to tell him was, when that fight supposed to fight.
You want to try to tell me a motherfucking thing, man?
Hold on. Let Ro talk.
That's what wasn't gonna happen.
No, that fight supposed to happen 10 years ago. Floyd Mayweather said, "Look at him, man. We can get the fight, but you got to agree to Olympic drug test." Pacquiao said, "Look at him, man. I'm afraid of needles. How is you afraid of needles when you got tattoos?" And Pacquiao turned that down, so it came back right now.
So then when I try to speak right and tell you my narrative, right, you kept telling me, no, I'm wrong. But you could be right about everything you say, right? And we're supposed to take that word. Shut the fuck up when I'm talking, blood. As a man, blood, I'm asking you to shut the fuck up while I'm talking, blood, like I did you, homie. If you can't do that, blood, I promise you, blood. I'm asking you nicely, my nigga.
Hey, listen, man.
Shut the fuck up while I'm talking, my nigga. Period, homie. Blood, I've asked you 20 times, blood. And you keep over talking to me like I'm your bitch, my nigga. And I'm not, homie. We've been talking closer on this motherfucker this whole time, blood. I've asked you 20 times. You've asked me, I respected you. And I did.
Bullshit.
But you talking bullshit, you dumbass nigga. So you can tell me I'm talking bullshit, but I can't tell you are? You sound like a bitch, my nigga. You sound like an old girl. So respect what I'm gonna say and I respect what you say. I don't agree with you, but I'll listen to your monkey ass.
Go ahead, nigga.
So that's what we do as grown men, blood. Period, my nigga. That's what debating is about, my nigga. It's not just your narrative, bitch, nigga. I don't even need to speak on narrative. I want to speak to you about that. We on some grown man shit, blood. It ain't about what you say, nigga. Everybody else got opinions too, my nigga. You ain't always right because you say you're right. Think about somebody else's narrative. Like I said earlier, it's about the money, nigga. Just like your boy said. No, it wasn't just about the needle. It was about the money. I said that earlier, bitch, nigga. Listen, blood. Fuck ass, dumbass nigga. Come here, stupid shit. But I sort of got it, man. I wish, man, y'all niggas be talking on the line, man. I wish niggas was out here to see hands doing real shit, man. Y'all niggas talk big, man. Like I said, nigga, as a grown man, blood, you ain't gonna disrespect. I mean, if you ain't, blood, I'll fight you where I am, nigga, like motherfucking Kwame Brown said, blood, and I'll beat on you, blood. Peace, nigga. Don't disrespect, I won't disrespect you, homie. You ain't gonna yell at me, nigga, as a grown ass man and tell me what the fuck I'm gonna do and what I'm not gonna do, blood.
You get mad like a little hoe.
Nigga, you bitch, nigga. We was all of us was talking cool. You bitch, nigga.
So basically, so big dog, you basically saying that Floyd, he takes the drugs and everything, right? So my question
is, they all do.
Yeah, I'm just saying. My question is, don't you think it's kind of, it's like if he's suggesting that they get a drug test or a blood test before a fight, wouldn't he get caught as well if he was taking this stuff?
Yeah, but what it is with the drug testing, right, is they can give you times and they can tell you when they're going to come, or they can tell you when to go, or they cannot tell you at all. How Mayweather had it set up, if you look at the history of it, how Mayweather has always had it set up with USADA, is that they'll tell him exactly when they're going to come. So he can do whatever he needs to do the blood transfusions, all the shit that he needs to do. And one time he had a slip up on his test, and they talked about it. And he had a slip up on his test a long time ago. They just tried to wipe it off like it was nothing because they needed a narrative that Floyd Mayweather has to be the man of boxing. Whether you love him, whether you hate him, he generates money for everybody. For everybody in the boxing. From the low man in boxing that's fighting on the undercard to him and to him and the person he's fighting. So with Pacquiao, when Pacquiao was coming up, and everybody's talking about Pacquiao, he's the best. There's videotapes of, there's audio and video of Mayweather on camera saying, man, I'm not fighting that nigga. He's like the Russian Drago.
That's a lot.
Have you seen what he does to people? Bro, it's on video, bro. You can look it up on YouTube. What are you talking about? You can look it up on YouTube, brother.
Mayweather ain't never
There's literally a video out there where he's talking to his dad.
He's never gonna fight there, man. He always said he was the best. Stop lying.
Bro, he said, why would I put my career on the line like that? Do you see what he's doing to people?
Yeah, because he's
there's a video out there. Oh my God. Well, then why didn't he say that? That's not what he said, sir. Okay, I'm going off of what the man said. Please don't try to tell me what you think he was thinking. Okay? We're going off of facts now, sir. You keep jumping in with things of opinions. I'm going off of factual statements. Okay? These are factual statements that you can actually look up.
I'm on my computer right now.
You can look up on YouTube, bro. Look it up on YouTube. Mayweather talking about Pacquiao being a great fighter or being somebody he doesn't want to fight. It's a video out there, bro.
I'm looking up right now with Floyd Mayweather asked the question. Pacquiao come from 108 pounds all the way up whacking people. That's when the question came in.
Well, how did Mayweather do the same thing? How did Mayweather do the same thing? He was a skinny, scrawny kid that came from 120 pounds. What is your point there, sir?
I mean, you talking about a man. You talk about a man go from round 1 to round 12, never get tired, and look like in round 12, it's like round 1. Come on, dog. You know that dude was on something.
Well, okay, and you're also talking about a man that can run 12 rounds straight without getting hit away from other boxers, and he does it for 12 rounds and never gets tired. I can say the same thing, sir. Like, your point is mute. I can say the same thing about Mayweather, sir.
And Floyd Mayweather...
Not even disliking the man, but
Floyd Mayweather was the first boxer to make boxing clean, bro. So I don't think that dude was on nothing.
What? Oh, my God, man. You do not know the history of boxing, and you do not know the history of Oscar De La Hoya and Mayweather. I guess you do not know the history of Mayweather and Oscar De La Hoya, bro. No, he did not.
Listen, Floyd Mayweather told me, said you should have never fought Pacquiao without drug testing him.
Bro, he's only done that about Pacquiao. He's never said that about any other boxer in history. He's only said that about Pacquiao because he was scared of Pacquiao, because of the way Pacquiao was knocking out fighters. It was unbelievable how he was knocking people the fuck out. Bigger than him, stronger than him. It was unbelievable. Nobody's ever seen it before. Okay? That was the reason why he said it, sir. That was the only reason why he said it, sir. But if you know the history of Pacquiao, he was doing it all the way from the Philippines when he was 15 years old. So, I mean, come on, bro. Like, you don't know the history of boxing. Obviously. You're going off a narrative that you see on SportsCenter and shit, and that you see Mayweather say. So I don't care. Like, that doesn't make sense to me.
I mean, like you said, dog, you tell us your own opinion. I'm going to tell it to mine, but like I said, I feel like that dude was on something, bro. I mean, you turn down $100 million saying that you don't want to take a random drug test. Come on, bro. I mean, that's crazy.
Well, shit, like he just left, so...
Yeah, I mean, that's crazy what he's talking about. I mean, you can look it up, bro. I mean, Pacquiao, he was flagged for using PEDs.
Well, all I know is this. That Mayweather wasn't running in that fight because me and my brother saw the fight. And he even, because he picked Pacquiao, I picked Mayweather. And he basically said, man, it wasn't even close, man. Mayweather took his ass to school.
Exactly. Mayweather schooled him because you know why Mayweather beat him? Mayweather made him run through the random drug tests. He couldn't get on nothing fighting Mayweather. That's why he looked just like a bum.
Yeah.
I mean, fact is facts, bro. I don't know what he's talking about.
I thought Marquez was better than him. To me, is that his name? Was it Marquez or what's his name?
That was Marquez, the one who knocked him out.
Yeah. Marquez was whooping his ass the first 2 fights.
Exactly.
And they gave it to Pacquiao.
The first fight, they robbed Marquez.
Right.
I mean, the facts is facts, bro. I mean, come on, bro. Look at all these dudes, dog. This man dominated Cotto. He dominated Shane Moses. I mean, he beat these people to a post, bro. That dude was on something, man. Right. All the dudes Mayweather took to the decision, he knocked the fuck out. Ricky had it. Come on, bro. Because these dudes ain't running drug tests today.
I don't see how Floyd is like juicing. Like you can just look at him and can tell like he ain't he's not doing
exactly.
He too small.
Clean, man.
Yeah, his body frame is too. You know what I'm saying? You could tell somebody juicing.
I've seen people juice. Like you know who's juicing,
right? Because they got trapezoids over trapezoids and shit.
And Floyd, listen, and number one, Floyd is not going to juice because he know everybody against him and just kill his image. He is not going to do that. Everybody, they won't define any flaws in Floyd Mayweather, bro.
Yeah, I don't even know where that narrative came from.
Yeah, that dude, he was just trying to find something.
Like, I've never heard that in my life.
And then he sitting here, he know what he's saying is not making sense. Now all of a sudden you want to turn into a gangster. Come on, man.
That's funny. LB like, man, crazy.
Man, I'm like, listen.
Listen.
It's like 4 in the morning.
But I asked him the question. I'm like, if he was on drugs, why would he suggest let's have a drug test?
That's right.
And a blood test. That don't make sense.
2 to 3 times actually for like 3 years.
Right.
And how don't dude ain't know what the fuck he was talking about? When you doing Olympic drug testing, bro, you ain't gonna never know. It's random. You ain't gonna never know when they coming. So that's why I just let him talk.
Yeah, that's true. When he did box in the Olympics, them shit is random.
Yeah, come on, bro. I mean, that's crazy, bro. But I got a question for y'all though. Do y'all still think Kevin Durant is better than LeBron?
Do I what? Do I what?
Kevin Durant is better than LeBron.
Yeah, Kevin Durant is better. They're two different players, but Kevin Durant's better by this aspect. Kevin Durant could do a lot more than what Bron could do. See, the thing Bron could do, he can run the offense better because he's a point guard. I've been telling people this for years. Bron is a point guard. He's not a 2 guard. He's not a small forward. No, he's a point because he can't play off the ball. Kevin Durant could play off the ball or with the ball in his hands, and he's a very underrated rim protector and an underrated defender. It's just that his offense is so great, you don't really pay attention to his defense.
Yeah, but this the thing though. This what LeBron got over KD, in my opinion. Now this is my opinion. LeBron is a better leader than KD.
No, I don't see that.
I can tell you why, and you might laugh about it. LeBron James is undefeated in the East.
I mean, okay, he's undefeated in the East. I mean,
he come out the East now. You can't take that away from him, man.
He wasn't coming out the East his first go around.
Yeah, he have nobody with him though.
He did have a team. He had Ilgauskas, he had Williams. He had a good team. He had all-stars on his team too, and then not only that, they had a complete team. The reason they lost those games was because his inability to control the game at the end of the game. When it was crunch time, he couldn't control the game. And that's why they lost.
Team, right?
Huh?
You talking about that first Cleveland team?
Yeah, the first Cleveland team. They had a squad. His thing is the reason they lost wasn't because of his team. They lost because of his inability down the stretch to control the game. That was his problem. And when he went to Miami, he didn't really have to do much because you had Bosh there who would get the rebounds, and Bosh was the clutch guy. D-Wade was clutch, and then D-Wade could run the offense without the ball in his hands. So that's the reason why they won. And then they had snipers all around them, off the bench and in the starting lineup. LeBron James has had better teams than Kevin Durant has had, and he's had the league behind him. Kevin Durant came up in a West that featured some of the greatest teams we've seen in a long time. So that's why I don't really compare them, because they had two different trajectories in the beginning of their career. And not only that, Kevin Durant, if I'm playing with Kevin Durant, I'm going to get the ball in certain spots that I can score. With LeBron, if you're not a spot-up shooter, you get turned into one. And you have to digress your game to play with LeBron. Everybody who played with Kevin Durant, they never had to digress their game. They still were able to play their game. They still were able to play how they wanted to play. And defensively, their team actually got better because Kevin Durant could play all 5 positions, including the center.
Facts.
So, but LeBron, I mean, for LeBron coming out of high school, I give him credit for that. I always give him credit. You know, the problem with LeBron is I said this before I even knew Cino. Everybody think I took off of Cino. I was saying this back in 06. I was like, he just don't got it in the fourth. I don't know what it is. When he get to the fourth quarter, it's like, I don't know. It's like it's hard to explain. It's like he just tenses up for no reason. Like, he has the horses with him, but I think he self-doubts himself. And that's one thing that I don't see Kevin Durant do. Durant don't self-doubt himself. Durant gonna keep shooting even when the clip run out.
Yeah,
he don't care.
But yeah, like I said, that's big facts. Like I said, I don't knock a man when he's speaking facts. That's facts. But I don't think LeBron lose with that Brooklyn team.
I don't think they would have made it to the first round. They would have made some trades. First off, Harden can't play with LeBron. Kyrie would be able to play with him. Kyrie could play with him. And everybody else, they would have made some trades because that team wouldn't have fit him. Because LeBron is a guy who has to get to the lane. He runs a lot of pick and rolls. And then gets to the next level. And if that hole isn't open for him to get a dunk or a layup, then he's gonna shoot up for that spot up 3. But with that Brooklyn team, it wouldn't have worked. Like, that's why I tell people it wouldn't have worked if he gone to Golden State. You would have had to trade Draymond Green in order for him to play.
Yeah.
Because he has to dominate the ball, and people get mad at me. They like, man, no. I said, dog, LeBron can't play off the ball. He can't. That's not his game. He never had to learn to play off the ball because the league gave him whatever he wanted. So he didn't have to learn that shit. He could just do what he been doing. Running guys over or shooting that spot up, that set shot 3.
Facts.
So that's how he plays the game. So, I mean, like I tell my little brother, he love LeBron, so because that's all he's seen, you know. So I be like, all right, but do I feel like he's better than Durant? To me, in my opinion, I don't think he is. But I can see why people say LeBron's better because to me, LeBron is more, he knows how to sell the game better than what KD can. KD don't sell the game. KD just go out there and play. Like, you either like him or you don't like him. LeBron is like, you gonna like him because he's like Hulk Hogan. And that's not a diss to him. He's just like Hulk Hogan. Like, they know how to sell the game. They're gonna fill the seats up. They're gonna have everybody and their mama watching for the good reason or the bad reason. So I give LeBron that over KD. He's a much better marketer. You can market the game better around him.
I didn't like Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, I didn't like him either, LB.
I like LeBron though when he first came into the league. Like,
right.
I like LeBron pretty much all the way up till like 2016.
I mean, to me, I just never liked him. Like, he's just a boring player to me. I used to fall asleep on his games.
But I never like had that definitive. Like, I remember like when I was like a LeBron fan, like anybody in my generation, like we didn't like really like trip out like over LeBron like that, like the way they do now. Like, I noticed the change in 2016. Like, I noticed the change. Like his fan base got like real nuts. Like they'll just say anything. Like, he better than Joel. He better than Kobe. He better than this. He better. I'm like, no, listen. He's not better than Kobe. He's not better than Mike. Get that out of y'all head. Like, that's no.
I mean, Mike would be more of the argument. I mean, he's right there with
Mike. Ain't no argument either.
No.
I'm not putting Kobe over Mike. I put Kobe number 2. Like, Jordan, Kobe. Like, that's the way I always had it.
I don't know, man. It's an argument by putting Kobe number 2. I mean, because you got to look at Kareem. I mean, it's an argument with Kobe.
I have Kobe was better than Kareem.
Period. I have Kobe as like the best player of all time.
Kobe's the best player to ever play the game. He was the most skilled player that I've ever seen touch the rock. There's never been. Michael had the better career. I give LB that. Like, he had the better career, but the better player was Kobe. Kobe had 0 weaknesses. Michael had a few weaknesses, but because of his athleticism, it covered up for him. Kobe had no weaknesses. The guy was, I've never seen a guy besides like Larry Bird maybe, and Oscar Robertson, who could play like off the ball, and then not only that, shoot the ball in certain spots that it was incredible. I never seen a guy do that.
Even our old Mike did his thing with Kobe. Like, I mean, like, it was really hard for him to like guard Kobe, and when he played for the Wizards, but he definitely did what he needed to do.
Yeah.
Like,
Mike was great coming in. I don't take nothing from Mike. It's just that Mike to me was very flashy. And I used to watch Mike. I seen the bad games. I seen the good games. It's just that Mike just made it count when it was time to play. He would make the game count. And not only that, Michael came into an era where nobody's never seen that type of player before. Y'all gotta remember, Mike was the only guy of his era that could do the things he did, and then you had Clyde Drexler. That was about it. Those were your 2 guards there who could do some extraordinary things. When Kobe was playing, everybody could do damn near the same thing. So you couldn't sneak up on nobody like Mike did.
But I think with Kobe, Kobe just fell with the right jersey.
You said what?
I think he fell with the right jersey. I think if he would have stayed in Charlotte, we wouldn't know who he was.
No, if he'd have stayed in Charlotte, he would have definitely had a better career than all them guys. Kobe absolutely. Kobe came in.
I don't think he would have stayed in Charlotte his whole career.
He probably wouldn't have stayed, but his early years, Kobe would have been putting up numbers. They wouldn't have won, but he would have been putting up big numbers because you got to remember, there wouldn't have been no Shaq. So he would have been the number 1 option. He would have been getting the ball all the time, and then he would have learned through a trial of fire how to win the game.
But Shaq got Kobe out of lots of bad positions too. Now, if you look at the situation, I mean, they was a good duet, man. Without Shaq,
if they're like, just saying in theory, if Kobe would have went to Charlotte, Shaq would have been on the Knicks. Because if I recall that the Knicks was trying to.
Shaq was going to the Lakers. Shaq was going to the Lakers.
No. I'm recalling, like, if I'm not mistaken, like, they definitely tried to get Shaq on that Knicks.
If Kobe would have went to Charlotte instead of LA, Shaq would not have won anything until he got to Miami with D Wade. That's a fact.
I don't know now, because Kobe came to the Lakers, Kobe looked bad, man.
Nah. Kobe didn't look bad. Kobe was a rookie.
That's all that was.
Kobe was a rookie. Kobe didn't look bad at all. Kobe wasn't the problem. The problem was Nick Van Exel and Eddie Jones came up short in big games. And Shaq down the stretch would either foul out or he would be a liability. You got to remember, Shaq was not that. Shaq wasn't a great rebounder. He was a great scorer because he could just run you over like a football player. Like I said, Shaq was just a football player who played basketball. That's it. There was nothing special about Shaq. They just overhyped him because he was Shaq. Like, he had a great personality. I give him that. Shaq has a great personality. But other than that, Shaq's game to me is a D+ or an F. He wasn't that good to me.
Oh, Lord.
He was.
You know how I feel about Shaq. Come on, man.
That's fine, but it's just the truth. Like, dude, without his running. If you call all them fouls on Shaq would average, if this was the 80s or the 70s Shaq played, Shaq would have fouled out damn near every game. It's just the facts. Like, he don't have no moves. His footwork was terrible. Now, his athleticism, he probably had one of the best athleticisms we've seen from a guy that big who could run the floor. But as far as skill level, dog, his skill was an F.
I always use this as an argument. If Shaq didn't have, like, it doesn't even matter. He doesn't have to have like a million moves. Stop that one move. Niggas be claiming that he only got it.
But they had, though. They did.
But they couldn't stop it,
They
though.
did. He lost. He got swept.
Dennis Rodman.
LB, he got swept. Like, no, stop it. He got swept by the Pacers and Rick Smits and them. Rick Smits was giving him the business. They also got swept by, what's the other team? The Bulls. The Bulls swept them. And then they got beat by the Heat. The Miami Heat beat him. And then he got beat by I think the Knicks beat him. No, they didn't play the Knicks. The Pacers were giving him problems. Then he went to LA. He was getting beat by the Jazz as the head guy. And he fouled out.
You just seem like it was just him.
No, I didn't say, but I'm not saying it's just him, but I'm just saying, dog, you're the leader, you're the guy of the team and everything. You had the talent around you. Shaq has always had talent around him. In the last seconds, if you would have been practicing your game or added something to your arsenal, you could have got them out of a lot of jams. That's all I'm saying. He's the only center who really didn't have no moves. Everybody else had moves and could go to their second or third move. Some had a fourth. So that's what I'm saying. Like, in the games that were crucial, he also lacked at the free throw line. And then rebounding for his size, Shaq was a very weak rebounder. He was getting out rebounded by guys 6'8", sometimes 6'6", and 6'10". And he's 7'1" or 7'2". I'm just saying, I watched these games of Shaq. Now, did Shaq have some games he balled out? Yeah, he has. But as an overall career, dog, to me, his career was overrated.
I got him top 50. Now, when y'all was talking that earlier, I like Rodman. I thought Rodman was in the top 50.
No.
That was that kind of threw me. I'm like, wait a minute, because I was sitting here what?
They didn't put Rodman in the top 50 because Rodman was having these tattoos and he was dyeing his hair. They didn't put him in there because of that. They didn't like his attitude.
I know Pippen's in the top 50.
He shouldn't even be in there.
Pippen is in the top 90, dog. Nobody worried about Pippen. Big nose. Nobody.
I like Pippen. Pippen did his thing when he held down that 1 year. He just couldn't fucking finish in the playoffs. That's all his problem was.
Yeah, but you had Horace Grant that was around him and B.J. Armstrong, so he didn't have to do nothing. Pippen was straight. If you put Pippen on a team and you got 3 other guys who can ball, he'll be straight. Pippen will play out his mind.
Yeah, I agree. So what y'all think of this finals?
I picked the Bucks. I'm sticking with the Bucks.
Yeah, the Bucks.
I had Phoenix, but now this can go either way. Now I don't know anymore.
Man, but LB was trying to tell me, man, it's over. It's 4 games, HD, man. Talk trash.
I said Phoenix in 5, dog.
Oh, yeah. You gave him a game. All right.
I gave him a game because I'm like, there's no Giannis.
This
is before I said there's no Giannis. I'm like, wait a minute, Giannis playing?
You right, LB. You right, LB. I thought, no, that was Mr. KC saying it was going to be a sweep. Okay, yeah.
I was telling,
like it's a wrap.
I was telling people, man, if them people, they bang with the Nets like that, bro. I mean, if you look at the Bucks is only beating themselves, bro. I mean, it's over for me.
The Bucks only beat the Nets because Kyrie got hurt. Because before Kyrie got hurt, he was giving Drew Holiday the business.
But if you look at the situation, okay, I give you that. But you saying Kyrie, but that Nets team still a better team without Kyrie versus the Bucks.
Not really. Not really. Who else? Harden got hurt. Remember, Harden got hurt, so he was out the first game. He got hurt. Then Kyrie went down. So the rest of your players ain't nothing but role players. Like, they're not that great. And then Steve Nash was only playing 8 deep, which was the dumbest thing I've ever seen. You should have played more. You should have played at least 10 deep.
Yeah, he did what he had to do when it came to KD.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. You could have played 10 deep. Steve Nash really lost in the series along with Joe Harris. Bad rotations, bad schemes, and no adjustment. These coaches today do not know how to adjust. It's like they wait till it's about time to lose, like they're down 0-2 or something, or 3-1, then they want to say, oh, it's time to adjust now. And it's like, okay, why you didn't do that early?
I agree. But like I said, man, I mean, CP, everybody want him to win the ring, but not this year.
Man, fuck CP.
If you don't win a ring this final, he's never winning the ring.
Man, fuck CP3, man. He tried to throw the game. He tried to throw the game against the Lakers.
Yeah.
Bitch ass dude.
Crazy.
Nobody was around him. Man, my brother called me talking about HD. Man, did you see this bullshit? I said, yeah, I saw that fuck shit.
Yeah,
I told you he a company man, dog. That motherfucker a company dude. He corporate.
That nigga act like he hurt his arm. I'm like, nigga, ain't nobody around.
Nobody was around him, dog.
Right there by yourself.
Oh my gosh, it was some of the worst acting I've ever seen in my life. I'm like, oh my gosh.
I'm mad nobody never called him out. I know everybody seen it. I know everybody's like watching this. Like,
they tried to on Undisputed in First Take, but they couldn't go all the way in because you know the NBA would have gave them that call. Like, what y'all doing? Don't be saying that.
But I mean, they better do something right now. Them in the Bucks, cause this thing last go around both teams. Cause it's gonna either be the Lakers or the Nets.
No, I think the Bucks will be around. I think the Bucks, what they need to do, they need to get a better coach. Their coach just does not know how to. His thing is he doesn't know how to put players in the right position. And then when the scheme isn't going well, he just sticks to the same bullshit. And it's like, you gonna adjust yet, coach? Oh, no, you're not. Okay. Well, we're down by 20 this game. I guess we'll come back.
Yeah, the great freak laying on the line right now, man. I mean, he's all out right now.
Oh, yeah, I love Giannis, man. Giannis learning. He's gonna get better, man. I just wish people stop being hard on him. It's like, damn. Like... The dude play the same way Bron play like. So y'all love Bron, but y'all hate him? That don't make no sense.
Yeah, I work with Giannis.
Yeah,
because at first I was like, I don't know if he was re-signing to the Bucks was a good decision. Like, you should have took your ass to Miami.
I respect him for that re-sign.
No, I respect him for that, man. That was a.
I was ready for this nigga to go to Miami.
But LB, you gotta understand, Giannis is a guy. He's not from here, bro. They look at shit differently, dog. They don't look at shit the same as we do. They like to work. They like to fight. Like if they got drafted by you, they want to stay. And I knew Giannis was going to stay because they got him the players. Now, if they wouldn't have got him the players, then he would have left. I guarantee he would have left. But they got him the players. They got him what he wanted. They let his older brother play on the team. And Giannis like, all right, I'm good. You know what I'm saying?
Because what he said when they interviewed him about going to the Lakers, that was crazy.
Right. But people gotta also remember, Kevin Durant didn't have a problem with Westbrook. His problem was the management kept getting rid of all his players. Because if they would have kept Harden, that team would have won. They would have won at least a couple chips. Easy.
Yeah, they could have kept Harden for nothing.
Right, but see, that's what I'm saying. Everybody want to talk about the Westbrook and KD shit. Like Isaiah Thomas, man, thank you for him saying this because everybody else was dumb. Isaiah Thomas was like, really ain't no beef with him and Westbrook. The beef is with the front office because they got rid of Harden. Then they got rid of Serge Ibaka. So how you going to win that way? You just got rid of 2 championship pieces. So how you going to win now? Like, people got to remember, like, it's a team sport. It's not one guy. You still need your other guys to ball out. And that's the problem, and that's what's wrong with social media. That's wrong with these analysts. They overglorify one player.
They never said nothing about each other on social media or nothing. Like, it was not, that's why I never understood. Like, what are they talking about?
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I never seen the attention. I never saw the tension on the court either between them.
Yeah, but Westbrook started showing it, though.
Well, that's just Westbrook's angry.
Yeah.
Like, it don't have nothing to do with KD.
Right.
He wasn't showing it towards KD. Because I remember one time
it wasn't towards KD. He was just, period. He was
but
just
he
angry.
tweeted out something one time, if I recall, something about KD. I forgot what it was. I mean, KD the type of guy, he's falling into the media attention. I mean, his feelings easy to get hurt. I mean, he's the type of guy, you say something about him, he's liable to tweet your ass back.
I mean, I don't think it's his feelings. I just think he get tired of this shit. Like, you gotta understand, like, niggas talking about you every day, you gonna say something back to their ass. I don't see nothing wrong with what he does. People say that's weak, but to me, these analysts are weak because when you call them out on their bullshit, they block your ass or they crying. So, I mean, I don't see it as weak. I just think they put that narrative out there because they
talk
just
about
wanted
his
to.
burner account like he the only nigga with a burner account. Like,
Right.
all y'all
It's
niggas
like,
with burner accounts.
right.
All y'all.
To me, it's just whatever. If he clap back, I'm like, cool. I'd be happy he clap back because I know I would. What he said? What about me? Number 18568 AP. Look, your mama a bitch and she should have swallowed you, nigga. I'm gonna say all of that shit on there. Boy, I couldn't be in the NBA because, see, this is what I'm saying. I would have dropped 50, and then I'd have came to the Twitter. Fuck you. Fuck you. I'm gonna have all the analysts tagged. I'm gonna have all the analysts tagged from Steve Smith, not Steve Smith, but yeah, Stephen A. Smith, Max Kellerman, Skip Bayless, all of them. They finna all be tagged in my shit. Fuck that. I'm gonna be real petty. I'm gonna be Michael Jordan petty, man. I took that shit personal. Shit.
Like, I didn't have an issue, like, when that Boston, I think this is when Kyrie played for Boston, but I don't think he played a good game that night or whatever. Or I think he did, but they lost, though. And then he said something to Kyrie, he was like, suck my dick.
Yeah.
But when he went to the back.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
Kyrie. No, Kyrie.
Oh.
That's what I say. I'm like,
what are you talking about?
I love when the players go at these niggas, man, cause it's the truth. It's like niggas, they wanna call them soft, but I'm like, dog, like y'all be calling these niggas. Yeah, it's cool you pay your money, but dog, you calling these niggas, y'all going overboard with shit. Like they was talking about
that back in the day. They wasn't there to do none of that shit back in the day.
Oh no, hell no. Because they weren't doing that type of shit, LB. They just wrote the report and they were done with the shit. Like, they were done.
No, I'm not just talking media. I'm talking fans.
Oh, no. Hell no. No, fans on Vernon Maxwell. You saw what Vernon Maxwell did. Vernon Maxwell walked in the stands, I think, and went up to the fan like, what's up? And I think he slapped him.
Then John Starks do the same thing?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, they always used to do this. That's why I be looking at old school plays.
Charles Barkley spit on the motherfucker.
Yeah, he spit on the motherfucker. And he accidentally hit the little girl. So he came in and he came out and gave her a hug or something. said, "I'm my bad. I ain't mean to spit on you. I meant to spit on him or something like that." Man,
Listen, I'm not a role model, so don't get mad at me.
right. That's why I said I fuck with Charles, man. That's why.
I'll never forget. Was it? I don't remember. It was the same night when Starks dunked on the whole damn Chicago Bulls team that nigga went to the middle of Chicago.
That shit was
the
nasty.
Chicago logo gave everybody the middle finger in the stadium.
Oh man, that shit was nasty. That shit was nasty. I was like, dang.
I don't remember if that was like all that. Was that the same game? I don't remember, but I definitely do remember that nigga gave the Bull Stadium with the middle finger, the double middle finger, dog.
But see, that's when sports was sports, man. Now you got this pussified league. You can't do that no
corporate
more.
And shit.
Right, you corporate. You can't talk shit no more. You talk shit, they tag. What I say? I just said his mama was a man. You can't say that. Just like, fuck.
There's only one player that gave me that feeling, dog. Russell Westbrook. When that nigga be walking up on fucking people.
Oh, man. I love Westbrook.
I think he walked up on Rondo's brother. I think that happened twice.
Yeah, he walked up. He was finna whoop Rondo brother ass. I don't know why they testing Westbrook, man. They do not want them problems. Westbrook is crazy, dog.
Yeah,
how many incidents that he had the Utah thing, the Rondo's brother, then he just had the Wizard, the Philly situation.
What did he do with Philly?
When popcorn, remember the popcorn got thrown on him?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but
everybody tried to hold that nigga back, to hold that nigga down to the ground and shit.
Hey, don't sleep on Patrick Beverly neither, man.
Oh no, Pat Bev is sleeper motherfucker. Dog, that's why I wanted. That's why I wanted him to punch Chris Paul, man. I wanted him to punch Chris Paul right in his snot box.
That nigga went down like a little bitch, man.
Right. Then he gonna smile and shit. I'm like, man, y'all let, cause Mr. KC, remember LB came in here talking about that was dirty. I'm like, man, fuck that nigga Chris Paul.
That's why I KC, like, what are you talking about?
I'm like,
man, you gonna fight nigga in the 90s, they would shoot him in the back of his head. What are you talking about?
Right, man, fuck that. I said he should have punched him in his shit. And then he talking about, man, HD, man, you would have. I said, look, man, I would have did the same thing. That Chris Paul is a bitch.
I know niggas like, I know these Winston-Salem niggas, man. I know these Winston-Salem Trey 4 niggas, man. I know these niggas. I know he said something. That's why I didn't run nothing back. Like, I ain't capping for this nigga Chris Paul. I know he said something. That's just how they all around here. That's why I was like, and then the meme was funny though. Like when there was like a meme where he pushed Chris Paul and he was like, technical foul on that nigga in the black Air Force.
Oh yeah, that shit. When you sent me that shit, I was crying laughing. I said, LB dumb. That's stupid because I remember the picture. Air Forces. Yeah. He was running around talking about I'm like, oh, these niggas hoes.
That nigga played football defense.
That's fucked up.
That nigga stupid. But as far as this finals, I don't know, bro. I don't know. Now I'm like, Milwaukee might get one. Or Phoenix. I don't know anymore.
Yeah, Phoenix. Right now, Phoenix backs against the wall more than the Bucks is because, like I say, the Bucks done got it together. I mean, Phoenix in trouble. I mean, Chris Paul already choked.
I mean, they both got their wins at home, so I don't know.
Yeah, but the Bucks gonna get one of them games in Phoenix.
Ain't Game 5 in Phoenix?
I'm gonna put it like this. What Phoenix better do? Phoenix better hope and pray they win. They get.
Like, comment, subscribe, share this, hit the notification bell to select all to receive upcoming notifications. And if you love what you hear, you can donate to the page by Cash Apping me at the word welcome, the number 2, and an HDII TV. Thank you all for listening, and we out. Deezy.